And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sideline. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Minnesota. Advantage in one series. And checking out Denver. Just a couple spots back.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectation. But I think this team can take it to another level if they get rolling.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Guard and off guard. Filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the 5, down low. And for the Nuggets, inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Christian Brown is out there with Bruce Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. With the season winding down, GA, what's key for a long playoff run, do you think?
Kevin, one thing is health, right? When you look back at past NBA champions, lots of times it's the teams that were able to survive the year without any major injuries.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
A premier offense for the Nuggets, but defensively, Stan, there has been some slippage.
Well, they've had to make some tough financial decisions, letting some of their defensive-minded veterans depart in free agency over the years. They got to wonder who will step up, but it often takes young players a little longer at the defensive end.
6 to shoot. Jokic, that's a two-pointer. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks so much. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. And here's Gordon after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Jokic inside. Gobert on him.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
Edwards kicks to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Gordon. So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against Los Angeles. And here is Brown. 23 points his last outing. Pass to Watson. Jacks up a three. Julius Randle with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Hands it from downtown. Edwards got 6.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Now here's Gordon. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Timberwolves leading by 7. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. Pass to Gobert. And here is DiVincenzo. McDaniels in the post. He's covered by Watson. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Brown finds Jokic. Gobert with the block.
As intimidating a defensive presence as there is, Gobert could write a book on rim protection.
Minnesota with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Gordon against Randall. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And another three for Minnesota.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Brown kicks to Gordon. The Nuggets with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
McDaniels, count it, good. McDaniels got his second bucket of the game to go.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Checking out the stats for Julius Randle. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's putting up 29 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
It's Brown on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. Jokic a screen. Watson for three. And another miss by Denver.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
McDaniels passes to Randall. Wing shot on the way. Denver grabs the miss. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose a rebounding battle. Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Here's Gobert, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Jokic. He's coming off a 40-point game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
They could use a bucket. The rebound by Edwards.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Here's a look at some of the players that have exploded in the second half of the season. These are the scoring leaders since the All-Star break. Jokic is third.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
The Nuggets trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Brown, the bounce pass. And again, Denver, no good. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Randall left side. Clock at 6. Lays it up off the glass. Randall's got 7 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
So Coach Van Gundy, after 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, his last coming in 2024, do you think Rudy Gobert has a chance at another?
Well, look, Kevin, I think Rudy continues to play at just as high a level defensively. But now as the game has changed, I think we're starting to reward guys with those awards who can not only protect the rim and make it tough on teams, but can go out on the perimeter and guard multiple positions. So I think it'll be tough for him to get a fifth.
Here's Brown. Following the basket by Julius Randle. Watson's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 19 points. Pass to Randle. And Randle throws it down.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Now, here's Watson. Scoreless thus far. Now, Jokic shoots the 3. Now just 1 for 7 with that miss. Tough night so far.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter, but coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Brown against Edwards. Down low, here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them. A different look for Denver. Johnson comes in for Peyton Watson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Brown. Minnesota with the ball. 19-point game. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Denver. Trailing by 19. And Jokic slams it in.
And credit Brown, that was a nice find. He's expanded his passing game.
Now here's Dosunmu. Nothing on the board. Conley's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now Brown. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And it's Gordon missing.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Now here's Dosunmu, guarded by Hardaway. Dosunmu with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Jokic. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Jokic has got 8 points.
The touch Jokic possesses. He can sink shots from anywhere, especially the mid-range.
And the wide open shot from Reed. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now here's Dosunmu. Hasn't made one yet. Outside Conley. Pass to Reed. The three. And Brown pulls it down. The Nuggets trail by 15. Gordon with the screen for Brown. To the inside. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, Gordon does his job on the screen and gets rewarded with the bucket.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting it from their comfort zone so far. In this one, 57% from the field. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Reed gets the bucket.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Hardaway with the bounce pass. Brown the pass to Gordon. Here's Jokic, and he uses the glass on the layup. And 12 points for Jokic.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Timberwolves lead by 14. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Minnesota?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson is out there with Hardaway. And it's Holmes in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Tonight has been all about Julius Randle. He is scoring at will. They should keep going to him.
Now here's Hardaway. Last time out he had 13 points. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from the right block. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Hardaway against Randle. Clark outside. No good with the triple.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Fires at the elbow. No good from Valanciunas.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Back to Dosunmu. Pass to Reed. Timberwolves passing it around. Outside Conley. And it's Clark in the corner. It's good from long range. Clark's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Denver making a switch here. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Julius Randle.
And he's got it going at the foul line these days. His free throw percentage looks a lot different in the last 10 games than it did earlier in the season. He's tinkered with a few things and really improved his form.
Now here's Hardaway. Watson for 3. The Nuggets with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 17. Now here's Conley. Randle outside. Fires from the wing. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter on the wing. Brown. Johnson against Clark. Johnson kicks to Brown. For 3. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Edwards, he's checked in for Clark. And coach, for teams defending the pick and roll, you often hear coaches talking about being at the level. What does that mean?
Well, Kevin, what it means is the guy guarding the screener, the defender guarding the screener, has to be all the way up with that guy at the point of the screen, as opposed to being in drop coverage where the guy defending the screener will lay back.
Now, here's Reed. 20-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
Look, he kept finding ways to get to the free throw line. He knew the other team couldn't stop him, so he just continued to punish them at the line.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Now here's Hardaway. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's Edwards on the assist from Conley. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Jokic sets the screen for Brown. Pass to Jokic. Puts up a 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Reed with a screen on Johnson. From outside the arc, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Such a confident shooter. Reed was ready as soon as the ball got to him.
The Nuggets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Johnson sets the screen for Brown. Outside Hardaway. Looking to end the run. Bangs home the trifecta. Hardaway's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Now here is Conley. Still scoreless. Reed misses. Johnson the pass to Brown. Here's Jokic. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Watson. Hardaway for 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 5 rebounds tonight. Stan Nasreed is a much-beloved player with the Timberwolves, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. I'm not sure the fans in Minnesota love anyone more than they love Nasreed, not even Anthony Edwards. They appreciate his consistency, the effort he brings every night, the energy, and yeah, the charisma on top of all the skill.
Here's Johnson following the 3 by Minnesota. Brown outside. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Jokic. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds in the game. Conley the pass to Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Edwards got 14.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Watson surveying the D. Here's Jokic. Goes up and lays it. Nice and easy. He's got 14.
Another bucket from Jokic. He could dominate scoring-wise every night if he wanted to. He is that good.
Now here's Randall. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Dosunmu's shot is off. Jokic with his screen on Edwards. Hardaway from outside. Rebound, Minnesota. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Randall. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Outside Conley, Edwards, and again it's Minnesota converting.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Edwards gone 6 of 7 from the field here, getting just about everything to drop. Brown with the bounce pass. Here's Jokic, sinks that one from the post.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
It was the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, well, once things start going in that direction, regaining your composure defensively is not easy to do.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
2 shots.
Relax on the first.
The first one falls. And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Aaron Gordon comes in for Johnson. And Christian Brown subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And so he makes both from the line. And Stan, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
Now, here's Brown. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Randall with the ball, defended by Gordon. Randall is doubled. Randall a screen on Brown. Shot by McDaniels, no good.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Gobert against Jokic. Brown outside. Shoots over McDaniel. And it's Brown missing. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Randall from deep. A nice shot by McDaniel. McDaniel's got 7.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Now, here's Watson. He has yet to score. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Gobert. He lobs it up.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Brown the pass to Gordon. Back to Brown. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Trying to get something going. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 20 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Randall. Outside Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. 19 points in the game.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And here's Brown. Inside, here's Jokic. And the layup falls.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Edwards fires from way outside. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We come back right after this.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Studio. Off the top, let's take a gander at the players of the month. Looking at the East, Cade Cunningham.
This is why Cade was selected number 1 overall in 2021. He seemed like a guy built to put a team on his back, and now we're seeing it.
Putting it all together. Tremendous talent. Go, Cade.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Nuggets.
Yeah, they're going up against some good shooters. Can't give guys room to operate. You have to crowd them. Make them put the ball on the floor.
Sound recommendations from Dr. O'Neill. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half. We'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And so Brown will bring it up for Denver. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. Count that one. And it's 9 points for Jaden McDaniel.
Well, smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Brown with a screen on McDaniel. Here is Watson, still without a basket. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Brown from past the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. McDaniel's got 5 rebounds tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And the basket by Edwards.
Terrific play by Edwards. Moves like this are what makes him so much fun to watch.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Minnesota with the ball. Denver able to drain the 3. Randall finds DiVincenzo. That shot wide open. DiVincenzo's got 8.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Watson the screen. Gordon with no one around. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Outside Edwards. Now DiVincenzo. He's got 8, and it's Denver with the rebound. Gordon's got 6 rebounds in the game. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, when Gordon's team makes it this easy for him, of course he's going to throw it down hard.
McDaniels a screen on Brown. McDaniels kicks to Randall. Going inside. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. McDaniels, and a miss there on the triple. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Well, the Nuggets bet on the development of young Christian Brown, and Stan, he has rewarded their faith. He has developed so nicely.
Kevin, he certainly has. Probably has even exceeded what their expectations were for him. But he's a guy that is such a hard worker. He's smart, he's tough, and he's all about winning.
Here's Gobert. Denver able to drain the 3. Randall right side. No good on the shot. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Pass to Watson. Now Brown. With the drive. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, Brown just putting his head down. If you're going to drive, you have to commit.
Edwards looking it over. Randall outside. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And then Gordon with the dunk.
In perfect timing. This run is exactly what they needed, and it's right when they needed it. They couldn't afford to wait any longer.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 21. McDaniels on the wing. Back to Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Edwards got 6 assists now in the game. Denver calls timeout. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Tim Hardaway.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Pass to Brown. Watson kicks to Gordon. Brown sets the pick for Gordon. Now, here's Jokic, defended by Gobert. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Gordon. 24 points for Jokic.
The width of Jokic helps him carve out space in the paint.
Randall finds Gobert. And here's Randall. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Nuggets on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. To the middle. And it goes for the fifth time in 10 shots for him this game.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
DiVincenzo against Brown. Randall outside. DiVincenzo with the screen on Gordon. Randall surveying the D. Score the basket, his eighth. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Wow. Randall with a fantastic dribble move. We're seeing why teams use him as a point forward.
Here's Brown. Pass to Watson. Jokic high post. Over Gobert, and Denver again with the bucket.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 21. Here's Randall. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. 21 points for Julius Randle.
Yes, we've seen the range from Randall, but at his core, he's a big who excels around the hoop.
Lob pass to Gordon. It's stolen by Randall. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectory's not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I would think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year.
Here is Conley after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Randall finds Dosunmu. Launches it. Randall no good. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Gordon. Valanciunas with the ball. Offline with his three. Here's Dosunmu. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Valanciunas, good.
And Valanciunas takes up a lot of real estate, which helps him snag offensive rebounds.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
GA, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Yeah, look, never tempt a guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
Here is Conley. No scoring in this one. Banked in off the glass.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Round the pass to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Watson. Fires from deep. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dosunmu, the pass to Edwards. And he banks in the layup. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here's Watson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. 3 on 3. You know, Stan, even at this late stage of his career, Mike Conley brings tremendous value to the team.
He sure does, Kevin. And look, we know this. No one brings more discipline and professionalism on a nightly basis. He keeps this team poised, he keeps his team organized, and he's a great mentor to the young players on this team.
And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets. Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. Fourth, Jokic.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
And that one falls for Mike Conley.
Well, respected both on and off the floor, Conley is one of those guys that leads by example.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Clark's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
Denver shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's Strother. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Johnson from outside. Mike Conley grabs the miss. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And he lays it straight in. Conley's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Hardaway passes to Jokic. Johnson outside. Sinks the triple. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
If you're open, Jokic is going to find you.
Pass to Reed. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Minnesota ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist. of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Johnson, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jokic. It's Najee in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Hardaway finds Johnson. Jokic sets the screen for Johnson. Connects from three-point range.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Conley. Randall outside. Inside, here's Reed. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. 13 points for Naz Reed.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Johnson kicks to Hardaway. Here's Jokic. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Dosunmu, the pass to Reed. And here's Conley outside. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Reed with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Conley kicks to Reed. Randall a screen on Jokic. Reed misses. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Driving the lane. Jokic with the bucket. That's 28 points for Jokic.
And he just makes it look so easy at times. Once Jokic gets going, there's almost no chance of slowing him down.
Conley finds Dosunmu. Over to the left wing. Randall left side. Back to Dosunmu. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, he's had a rough night, but his teammates have picked him up.
With the crossover, and Hardaway with the lay-in.
He's known for his jump shot, but Hardaway isn't afraid to mix it up inside.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Gordon's checked in for Najee. Minnesota also with the sub. Edwards is checked in. Third minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Randall outside. We all hear about AI, in the workplace. And I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Here's Randall. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Left side, Edwards. Reed the pass to Clark. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Strother. Edwards defending. And the basket by Johnson.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Back to Hardaway. Off target from outside. Minnesota leading by 18. Clark dishes to Edwards. From the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
Johnson kicks to Hardaway. Takes the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Clark outside. Edwards passes to Randall. Now Reed. A jump hook. Clark with a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 21.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Johnson can't get it to go. Timberwolves shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Edwards, no good. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Johnson up top. He's covered by Clark. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They have a 19-point lead. Randall with a screen for Edwards. Outside for Randall. The three-pointer, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Hardaway. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Nuggets. On Monday, they'll be taking on Jaren Jackson and the Utah Jazz. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And you know, for that matchup with Oklahoma City, it's never easy going up against the top team in the West. But if they're able to come away with the win, it's going to be a huge confidence booster.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Dosunmu. Now Watson, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Brown the pass to Jokic. Pass to Watson. A three ball. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 6 rebounds in the game. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 19. Now Brown. Brown wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Brown against Edwards. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Here's Gobert, and that one good. And the Timberwolves lead by 21.
Yeah, inside, Gobert can be a true monster, using his size and reach very effectively.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Now here's Gobert. Pass to Edwards. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Gobert.
Well, that's what Gobert is out there to do. Using his size to win second chances at the hoop.
Brown with it. No good from outside. Now here's DiVincenzo. Up and in on the layup.
Well, DiVincenzo enjoys working inside. He can be appropriately aggressive in the paint.
Pass to Brown. And Watson has it in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Now Jokic. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Here's Watson. Fires the three. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Edwards against Brown. Edwards can't hit.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. For Denver, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Back to Brown. Pass to Gordon. Fires for three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Highland. Now, here's Ingles. Up top, Highland. Covered by Brown. Ingles can't get it to go.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
The Nuggets in here in the fourth quarter, around 41%. Watson, the pass to Brown. And here's Jokic. Guarded by Reed. Watson for three. Here's Jokic. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Jokic has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Brown against Highland. Pass to Dosunmu. Reed with a screen on Brown. Another miss by Minnesota. The Nuggets trail by 21.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
They get the rebound, and Jokic throws it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
Yeah, GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now here's Conley. Pass to Clark. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Gordon. And here are the Nuggets now. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Down low. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.